Got it. I'm gonna go second, Pops. When James say his, I'm gonna go second.
Let me get this stuff together. Let me get this together here like I always do. I always have a hard time with this, how to get set up. All right, we here. We live, y'all. We live. Great afternoon. Great afternoon. What's popping with Facebook? What's happening? I'm James Schuler.
Javon McCray.
And Boswell King.
And this is Old Heads Kicking with Young Cats, y'all. Old Heads Kicking with a Young Cat. I'm James Schuler, the old head. We got Boswell over here, the old head. We got my boy down there, Javon McCray, international basketball superstar, representing the Young Cats. And we go, what is this all about? I bet y'all want to say, what is these cats doing today? They always got something going on. Man, listen, we was talking, man. I was sitting back and I was kicking with Boz. I said, yo, Boz, man, you know what, man? Young cats today, man, they everybody always talk about how they need some guidance and ain't nobody trying to get them no instruction. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing. Ain't nobody trying to listen to them. And then in that conversation, Boz, what you say, man? We need to come together, man, and sit down and have a conversation with some, right?
Yep.
So that's what we doing, right?
Yes, we are.
So share the live. If y'all watching, share the live, y'all. Share the live. That's all I gotta say to start out with. Let's share this live. Because yeah, we got to get it out there. Let it be known. All right. Javon, I asked you to come in here, man, because you know you represent the Young Cat. You trying to do some things. You out there. We tried to do a few things in the past here, and we say, yo, let's get together and let's talk about this here. Cause so you represent the Young Cats. Let's start. Let's just jump right into something for a minute, right? All right, we're gonna tell y'all as we go on, y'all. We're gonna tell y'all what we're talking about. We're gonna tell you what this is, a little bit more about what this is all about, what you can expect. And if you watch us, listen. First off, share the live. We subscribe to this here feed so you can be notified we'll be live. But if you want to be involved, if you're old here, you want to be involved, hit us up. You can get on the screen with us. If you're a Young Cat, and you got something to say, hit us up. You can get on that. You can get on the Young Cats page too. You can sit back and represent. All right. Now, with that being said. That being said, what this all about? We say, Javon?
I just shared a live. I just shared my page. We good.
All right. So what is this all about? Young cats kicking, old cats kicking with a young cat. What we gonna do this? Every Monday, 7 o'clock. You see that 7? You see that 7? That's an old school 7 right there. Old school 7. We always mess up. All right. Yeah. Old school 7. We're gonna be 7 o'clock. Monday nights, join us. 30 minutes. That's all we're gonna do. 30 minutes. Today we're gonna be on a little bit late, so we're gonna be bouncing out of here like 7:45. Right? We out. Bounce.
Yeah. We got things to do. We got babies.
Yeah, boy. Look at here. We got babies to take. We got that. Listen, that's the first thing we got to tell young cats about is responsibility.
Yeah.
We gotta have something.
Yeah.
What you say, Boz?
I said, yeah, man. Responsibilities. Everything.
Yeah. Spreading the message.
Well, who we talking to?
Young cats, everybody.
What you say that? What say?
We speaking to the Black culture.
We talking to the Black culture. Who you talking to, Boz?
I want to talk to the Black men. Yeah, especially the young men. Yeah.
Yes. Now, why are we talking to them?
Okay, because I think for the young men, man, the torch is bound to be passed. Well, it's already passed, man. Especially the ones with kids, man. The young man, we got to be more responsible because the future, man, is going to be hard for us. It's already hard. It's going to get harder. So, yes, I can't wait to talk on these topics, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I mean, listen, I had this passion, man. I did, listen, y'all, listen, keep it official. I done been in the pen. I done did some time. I did a lot of time. And while I was in the pen doing my time, we know the worst thing I seen ever happen was a young cat, 16 years old, came through.
Mm-hmm.
The young cat came through. I'm like, oh, wait, your mama know you in here, boy?
Right.
I'm like, wow. He look, yo, listen, Javon, the cat looked like he was about 12. I'm laid back on my bunk, chilling on my bunk. Oh boy, walked up in, I'm like, yo, hold up, time out. When they bringing babies up here, that ain't cool.
Right.
Man, it's too much. It's too much.
So at that point, I'm like, no, I got to do something. We got to do something about this. So my goal at that point, way back then in Groveland Correction Facility, was to do something different when I got out.
Yeah.
make a difference.
And James has a difference thus far. You made a difference in the community thus far. I know you still want to go, but you made a big dent in here.
Well, I give all glory to God, man, because I ain't do it. God did it. I'm just the vessel. If it happened, it was the vessel that he did. It ain't me. It wasn't me. All right. I got to say that from the start. It wasn't me. All right. I take no credit. No, please don't give me none. All right. What's some of the things we're going to talk about, though, y'all? What's some of the topics?
Oh man, I have a few here. Yeah, the disconnect from the old heads to the young cats. Man, we got to find out where that disconnect come from. I mean, I have a few scenarios of why. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to ask you, Javon, what you think?
Yeah, I could piggyback off yours. The disconnect. I feel like nowadays it's a competition between the older generation and the younger generation. And as far as success, control, women, popularity, attention, all that stuff, and even obviously money. But I think that it's sad because we need each other to win.
No doubt. Listen. For those, say that for the people in the back. For those, say that for the people in the back. We need who? We need what?
Each other.
For what?
In order to succeed and make a dent for our generations to come.
I do. If y'all ain't hear my man say that, we gotta come together, y'all. We need to come together because we slipping. Slipping hard. We slipping hard. We are unfortunately allowing other people's agendas to get it out, to tell us what we need.
Woo!
How that sound?
How that sound?
No, listen. Let's keep it 1,000. Because me, listen, for those who don't know, I'm in schools all the time. I deal with young people a lot. I make out all grade, but that's all I deal with is young. Cause I don't even think it's cats my age outside these screens that can say they hang out with me, because I really don't hang out. I go to work. Yeah. I go to school. I go to meetings, and I'm trying to get young cats in a different spot. And so I want. And so I want to talk. Listen, I want to talk about school trauma, y'all. School trauma. Listen, you know what one of the most serious school traumas is? I want to talk about something simple. I mean, I don't want to talk about those complicated things, those real crazy things, because that's what everybody want to talk about. Let's talk about the crazy. Let's talk about why kids failing. Let's talk about this project, that project. Nah, man, I want to talk about simple things. Here's a school trauma. You want to hear school trauma?
Let us know.
Having to poop. And can't go to no, serious. I got mama made some beans last night. I'm gassy as hell, and I'm in 7th grade. I'm not gonna sit in class all day.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit in class all day. Why?
Yeah.
Heck no, man. I'm gassy, bro. They're not gonna wreck me all day because I'm sitting here farting.
Oh man.
So I'm walking the halls, and I'm not finna go sit in that nasty bath. I'm not finna go sit in the bathroom and poop until you can talk about me, right?
True.
So listen, that is the most uncomfortable situation in the world. And you know how many cats get suspended or they ain't in class because they got to go to the bathroom, so they just walk in the halls.
It's tough.
But you know what's another school trauma? And I actually had this where and a couple of my kids as well, where you're in class, right? And you know the answer to a lot of problems in class. You know what I'm saying? When a teacher call on you, but you're so afraid of getting the wrong answer to where you're going to be like clowned on.
Yeah.
And I think that hold a lot of kids back to where they don't like, you know what I'm saying? Where I actually had this in like, and it was like in elementary, I ain't had no problem, but it was like when I transitioned from elementary, because when I was in school, I transitioned from elementary straight to high school, because high school was 7th to 12th grade. So I left from elementary 6th grade, went straight to high school. So being in high school is like, you know what I'm saying, you're dealing with the older kids, and it is like in class, it's like just you know what I'm saying, people that didn't go to this, it's like different schools. once you transition to high school. It's sort of like college. You said when you're in elementary, you're in elementary, but when you go to high school, it's people from different elementary schools that could be going to your high school, and like that was like a problem for me, like 7th grade until like sports, where I'm known. That's what broke. You know what I'm saying? What broke it. But I think a lot of kids may have that problem too.
See, and you know what, Bob, what you speaking about, right? That's a city issue, ain't it?
Yeah. No. This could be everywhere.
But see, so out here, if you live in, let's say you live in Sodas.
All
right, you're gonna go to one elementary school. All your friends that stay in Soda go in the same elementary school with you.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So when you go to high school, you with the same group of kids.
Yeah, the same. Yeah. There's no.
When you go to middle school, same thing.
Right. Okay.
But in the city, you bouncing off. You got all kind of cats.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, though.
There's people from the west side, the south side. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just that one set side.
Hey James, is this an issue though? Because if I'm only around the same kids, right, I grew up with all the time, then I'm always gonna know my bullies.
And this could be in my bullies. And this could be in everything. It could be in sports, in life, you know what I'm saying? Because you're growing around, you know what I'm saying, the same people. Like even in sports, you want to play against different talent. You don't want to play against the same talent. How you gonna know where you're at? You know what I'm saying? As far as like sports, and then in life too, man, you have to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Hold on. What you mean, J-Lo? You around the same bullies?
So say I was in 6th grade and that kid picked on me every day. If I'm in Rochester, I may never see that kid again after I get out of high school. In Newark, like I'm gonna see that kid probably the rest of my life.
Okay.
So, like I know a lot of people that's been traumatized by certain people around the area, and the people still around here, and I think a lot of people are still affected by it. It's like a lot of people don't come outside.
Oh, gotcha.
That's true. Yeah.
That's like one of the things I like to talk about is you know how everybody got all these one of the biggest thing going on, one of the biggest, not the biggest, but one of the big thing they got talking about today, especially in schools and community, is just this thing called implicit bias. Everybody talking about bias. Well, that's you being biased right now. It's like over the last 3-4 years, bias became a new thing that people talk about.
Yeah.
But how do we become biased? What's the beginning of bias? That's what does bias look like when it started? And that's how you prevent it from turning into something serious. I want to talk about the beginning of bias.
Was that privilege?
Or the beginning of what the beginning of bias is? I call it half-ass changing. Half-ass change. I'm half-ass looking at things. I ain't really paying attention.
Okay.
I'm looking at things through my eyes, through my lens, through the way I think it should be. And when I look at things, when I look at it like that, you know what I'm doing? I'm making the whole world into my view, and I'm wrong because there's so many areas. There's so many areas that I can't. My situation, it can't account for it.
Okay.
There's so many things that go wrong that I can't. I got all kind of twisted views. I'm still trying to work to get my views together.
Yeah. You also have people, you do have some looking through other people's lenses, or I'll rather say other people's life. And a lot of people only make decisions off of like the same people, like people who they like. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I may like a person, that person still may be wrong for where I'm headed. You know what I'm saying? In my life. Like I'm like friends, for instance, just because you're my friend, the way y'all move, I don't move no more. So I find myself to myself because I don't do the same things no more. Y'all still my boys, I still love y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm still there, but like I can't move the way you move. And I think a lot of people just based a lot of stuff off of who they like, you know what I'm saying?
And who
they like. Huh?
And who they can control. We see it in sports.
That too.
We see it in school. We see it in a lot of places. Even with the teachers, you know. Well, I ain't gonna talk too much about the teachers. I don't want to throw no salt on nobody.
Throw it.
All right. So even with the teachers, because I know I ain't gonna speak, I don't want to speak too bad, but I've noticed a couple of times in college, I used to have teammates, we used to be in the same class, and sometimes the teachers might give you a little bit lower grade than somebody they might like on the team that went to them study hall hours. Yeah.
I heard that. Listen, I just heard about something like that happened not too long ago in the school, man, where kids felt like all of a sudden my grade is not reflecting what my effort, and their effort is higher than my grade, and their effort is lower than mine.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard kids talk about my report was I got a lower grade. Matter of fact, true story. I just read on Facebook or somebody on Facebook just posted something like that. A grown up in college.
Yeah, it's like that a lot.
Yeah, this woman grown. She said she's been ready to get her master's degree.
Maybe on
her first time ever. She got a lower grade because of the dean didn't appreciate her theme. From what that's the way that's what I just read about. I would just read about one of my friends was just saying that. Yeah, got a lower grade because of the theme. Said there's something within the theme, because they didn't like the theme. Something that she wrote got her a lower grade.
Right.
Like, wait a minute, that don't make sense.
Because they didn't agree with something that she wrote. They didn't agree with something that she wrote.
Yeah, the way it was explained is though they didn't agree with her position, and because they didn't agree with her position, they nitpicked her writing, and they picked something out of it really small that was an error, and they multiplied it, and that gave her a smaller grade.
Wow.
Can I ask a question?
What's that?
If we already know it's documented that they held our ancestors back with school and stuff, we have like a bigger gap between like that type of curriculum. Should we be graded at the same level as they graded at? How that make sense?
See, and that's something we can talk about. That is something we can talk about because that's a really complicated conversation. That's a really complicated answer right there to that question there. Should we be held to the same standard as other people are because of what we came from and the hardship that we had growing up as a people? Right. What do you mean more? We need more information on that. What do you mean about because we was held at a different standard? Are you talking about because it was against the law for them to teach us to read? You talking about because it was against the law for us to have an education for so long that we lost the value of education? Is that what you're saying? Because I would disagree that our people historically fought in America for the right to learn, the right to go to school, to the right for a better education.
Right.
I mean,
and how long did it take to access that? It took probably a long time for them to say, okay.
Well, we was accessing it. I think we were asking. I think now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, my studies show that we were accessing better. Our education opportunities was getting better until crack showed up. Then we start getting high all the time. And I was actually reading this one book, and they was talking to this young cat. And these young cats, they were some blood cats. And it was asking the cat, his name was Body Count. And he asked me, said, the dude that wrote the book, he said, why they call you Body Count? He said, because when the shooting's done, that's what I do. And then the dude asked the same kid the same question, said, Body Count, okay, what's your mom and your family got to say about that? He said, man, don't you understand? Crack killed everybody's mama.
That's a fact.
I ain't said. That's what I read in the book.
Fact.
You know. So I mean, I want to talk about. For me, I don't know about y'all, but trust versus respect. I think there's no two words that get mixed up more than trust and respect.
Can you explain?
Yeah, listen, we quick to tell. I don't want to go into too much into it because this is a topic I think that we really need to have some detailed conversation about. But let's peep it. We tell people that respect is something to be earned. Yeah. You got to earn my respect. Right. People say it all the time. You got to earn my respect. But then we just start giving trust away freely.
Right.
I'm confused. That confuses me. Why would we give away trust so freely, but then you got to earn respect? You gotta earn respect. You gotta earn my respect. I ain't gonna respect. They don't show me no respect. Well, okay, what about the old lady that's walking down the street? You said, excuse me, ma'am, or you helped her with the groceries, or you hauled the door open, or you showed some chivalry, some courtesy, all those different elements of respect.
Right.
How you doing? Great morning, good afternoon. Excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, sir, thank you, blah, 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 all these different things.
Right.
You step out of the way and let people by. Ain't nobody
You
do nothing.
say
Ain't nobody do anything for you to earn that respect from you.
Right.
But you being respectful.
Yeah.
You in the movie, you go to the movie theater, you like what's going on in the movie. You don't start screaming, get it. You know, you showing respect for other people in the movie theater. Ain't nobody did anything in the movie theater to earn your respect, though.
Right.
But then you give your trust away for free. We'll trust anybody. And all evidence shows that they should be trusted. They owe everybody you can think of.
Yeah.
They owe crazy people money. They ain't paid. They listen. We trust people, right? Who can't keep an apartment. That means they can't pay their rent.
Right.
The most important of things to pay, you don't take care of. We trust you though. We trust people who they don't even know if their kid went to school today.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I mean, think about it. Trust versus respect, which is more important? Let's talk. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about it.
I take trust.
Man, listen, half-ass changing, that's one of them though, boy. Half-ass changing.
Explain that for me, James.
Well, some people will say, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to go down this line. I don't want to go down this road no more. I don't want to be this person any longer that does these types of things. And what they do is they say, okay, what are these types of things you're talking about? Well, I don't want to be a drug addict. I don't want to be an alcoholic. I don't want to be going to jail. I want to be a good father. I want to be a good provider. I want to be someone who's respected in society and so forth and so on. Yeah. And then when they start doing the work, they'll go only so far. They'll say, you know what? In order for me to be a respectful father, right? I got to tell my son no sometimes. In order for me to be a respectful father, I gotta be able to sit back and tell my homeboys, nah, I ain't going out with y'all today because I gotta stay home with my family today because I gotta help my boy or my daughter, or I gotta spend some time with my wife. Mm-hmm. What they'll do is they'll say, I'm gonna hang out. We'll go to the bar. We'll hang out. We'll have a couple of drinks. We'll have a couple of shots. So I come over to your house and we'll smoke a couple of dubs or whatever, and then I'll go home after that. You know, once you start drinking, that you're gonna be stuck at the bar for a long time, because you know you ain't made that change all the way yet. You ain't made it to the point where you can drink just a little bit.
Right.
You ain't made it to that point where you can just smoke a little bit.
I'm telling you. These true life experiences, like I know what he's talking about, son. Really. And it takes, like, you gotta step back from, like, and the best thing to, like, if I could pick it back off you, if the best thing to help you with that, you have to separate yourself from those who continue to do those different things. And I know that's what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta separate yourself, like. Because if I'm saying I don't want to smoke or drink no more, but then I'm around the people that does nothing but smoke and drink, then 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna smoke and drink because I'm not ready to step. You know what I'm saying? To be around it. You know, so basically, man. And then you gotta look for growth or something to keep you occupied, man. Because when people just do that, man, they don't have nothing to do. They don't have nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of times when people get into that state where they're hanging out and just doing that, it's because they haven't maybe found love, or maybe they're not with the opposite sex. You know, most young dudes without a kid, and don't got a responsibility like that to like make the change. Most times you got a baby or something at the crib. I'm telling you, it's hard for me to get out of the house. It's hard.
Yo, but this the thing I wanted to ask you, young cats. Why is it so many of y'all that want to end it? Like, you're done with life.
The relationship or life in general?
Life in general. Like, man, if you look on Facebook, man, there's so many young dudes. It's like, man, I want it to be over. Or just like, I wish somebody killed me. It's always somebody out there.
I think it's a control thing where they feel like they don't have that aspect of their life where they have like they making changes to it or control over, like, you know, their situations. Most times if they want to off it, it's probably because they're either stuck at a place or workplace they don't like, or it could also be something happened with their girlfriend or she ain't answering and she might be with the homeboy too. Sometimes dudes don't like that too. That's bloodshed for some young guys too. I'm telling you. Sometimes the relationship thing didn't go well. And then I think lastly is like if they live with their parents, that could also make them feel like lesser than so much, especially if they live with their moms. I know when I was with my mom, I wasn't suicidal, but it was like I didn't feel like a man. And that could be.
Well, I want to let you guys know this. We're gonna get more into it, but I think every man go through some point in their life of certain things. But we're gonna get more into that on the live.
Yeah, you touched on a heck of a thing, man. But you know what? It's 7:42 right now, y'all. We got a couple more minutes. We're gonna be bouncing because we're gonna keep it. But listen, y'all touched on a heck of a topic right there, man. Because I hear it all the time, and that the phrase, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Javon, because you're a young cat, so let me know here, man. I hear this all the time. FML.
That's my life.
FML.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck my life.
Yeah. Fuck my life. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa. That's a serious statement.
Right.
Another thing that people won't realize too is like they could be getting that from music, like FML. Like that's like a trendy, like hype beast. What the hipsters say.
And that's why they say music is because if you know things you speak, you can speak stuff into the universe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's some stuff we're gonna talk on, man.
Yo, Boz, you just hit that right there. Listen, I hear it in the church. I hear it from the church people. I hear it from the spiritual people.
Right.
I'm gonna speak it into existence.
Right.
Speak it in existence, y'all.
Right.
Speak it in existence. Well, wait a minute now. Hold on. Now be careful. Be careful. Because if that's true,
words are spelled.
We speak some dangerous words.
The tongue is sharper than the gun. I'm telling you, words are spelled.
Listen, y'all.
Gonna get into it though.
Your boss, they ain't hear you, boss. Say that for those in the back. They ain't quite hear you. The gun is what? The gun is what? The word is what?
The tongue is sharper than the gun.
The tongue is sharper than the knife.
Than the knife, but it's more powerful than the gun.
Ooh-wee. Look at that. What's it said? Somebody, Linda said, speak life. Many of us fall into the negativity. We have to keep rewinding and refreshing ourselves. Linda, you spoke. I gotta like that there, Linda.
Thanks, Linda.
You said something with that there, Linda. I love that right there. I love that. I love that. Linda says, speak life. Many of us fall into the negativity. We have to keep rewinding and refreshing ourselves. Man, listen, every day you got to listen, if you ain't ending the day, like on a note saying, hey, hold on, how has my day been? You ain't checking yourself. Fact check yourself. See how your day been. Listen, y'all, we old heads kicking with a young cat. I'm an old head James, and who is it? Who we got with us again?
Ron McCray. You got Jerron McCray.
All right, y'all. Listen, Facebook. Check us out every Monday, almost every Monday, most Mondays at 7:00 from 7 to 7:30. Look, check us out. We're gonna be a lot more organized. We just want to throw this out here. This is what we talking about. This is what we're gonna be dealing with. If you want to get involved, if you want to get involved, if you want to be on the live, hit us up. You can come in. You're old head. You want to contribute? Come on, contribute. You're a young cat. You got something to say? Come on, you can say. You got to be in it to win it. No, you got to be in it to win it. You can't stand on the outside looking in and talking about I wish I could participate. Come on in this door. Come on in the door. Y'all can participate, y'all. Facebook. Peace.